Budget smartwatches are quite the boon these days, and so we have yet another solid entry from the house of Realme. They call it the Realme Techlife Watch S100, and this one is priced at 2,499 rupees. So I've been testing this one out for about 10 days now, and this is my full review. Having used a few Realme smartwatches in the past, the Techlife Watch S100 felt right at home for me. Design-wise, you get the traditional squared off form factor. On the side, there's a button used to wake or put the watch to sleep. Honestly, I love the fit finish and the quality of plastic Realme has gone for here. In fact, the metallic finish does give it a premium look, and while they call this color black, it sort of looks more like a carbon grey, not that I'm complaining. Moving on, you don't get an always on display here, nor do we have a double tap to wake the screen, and I guess this is acceptable for the price, but hey, we do have a raise to wake and it works pretty fine. Now looking at the rear, you see the health sensors and the charging pins. The straps are removable, which is great, but the quality of the straps, well, that could have been better. But looking at the overall package, the Watch S100 has a good profile. I think the color looks dope, and also I haven't come across any issues wearing it day in and day out. Also, if you love what you're seeing right now, then definitely consider hitting that red subscribe button for more such videos, and also turn on the bell so that you don't miss any of our latest updates. Let's get going. Now onto the front, there's a 1.69 inches LCD display with an acceptable 240 by 280 resolution, and the panel is actually sharper than many budget smartwatches that I've come across in this price bracket, and otherwise also the colors look good. In fact, the peak brightness is about 530 nits, and in real life scenarios, the smartwatch gets plenty bright even on the brightest of sunny days, so no complaints there. Do note that you don't get any ambient sensor on the Watch S100, which means there's no auto brightness, but then again, I think so this is acceptable for the price. Moving on, you get to choose from a range of 110 plus watch faces. 4 come preloaded, and if you want more, you can always check the Realme Fit companion app. Speaking of which, the Realme Fit is your one-stop app for all your health data and stats. Personally, I love the UI. I think it's easy to use, very easy to navigate. Of course, you get all your fitness and health data on the homepage. Apart from this, accessing and setting up your health settings, managing notification settings, or putting on drinking and sedentary reminders can be easily managed from the settings menu. So coming back to the Watch S100, well, it utilizes Bluetooth 5.1 to connect with your Android or iOS device. As for the watch UI and operation, a single press on the side button wakes up the screen. Swiping up takes you to the menu and you get a list view by default, although you can set it up to a grid view from the settings. Swiping from the top shows the notifications with which you can't interact, of course, that's expected at this price. And for longer text also, you will need to check your phone only, so do remember that. Also clarifying, since I believe many of you will ask me in the comments if this watch comes with a calling functionality, so let me tell you that there's no calling functionality on this watch. Of course, you can configure call alerts from the settings of the Realme Fit app, but then again, do note that you can't pick up calls. Moving on, a swipe from the left corner shows the quick settings, while a swipe from the right corner shows your quick health statistics. So in terms of operation, the Watch S100 is pretty responsive. In my usage, I found zero lags or stutters. Of course, there's barely any animation in the UI that you get. But yes, as I was saying, the watch operation is very smooth. It has great touch response, and again, nothing much to complain about. The Techlife Watch S100 also features 24 built-in fitness modes. Coming to the accuracy bit, so I counted 1,000 steps in my head, and the Watch S100 registered about 1,050 steps, or 1053 to be exact. So a 5% margin of error was there, but then again, and I keep coming back to this, so for a watch that costs under 2,500 rupees, I think so this is just fine. Otherwise, here's a demo comparing the Watch S100 with a pulse oximeter. Here's how it fared in terms of heart rate monitoring and blood oxygen monitoring. One other cool thing that this watch can do is measure your body temperature. Apart from this, I was also satisfied with the sleep tracking accuracy of the Watch S100, although I wished the app could have shown more insights. Finally, let's talk about endurance. So the Watch S100 is powered by a 260 mAh battery. You get a proprietary magnetic charger that takes about 1.5 hours to fully top up the S100, which is quite decent. So in terms of actual battery life, Realme claims an endurance of up to 12 days with normal usage, but for someone like me who used the Watch S100 with all the frequent health settings on, my notifications were on, my call alerts were on, my brightness was set at 75%, screen timeout was set at 15 seconds, and raise to wake was also turned on. So with all of this turned on, so with heavy usage, basically what I'm trying to say here, I got an endurance of 7 days on a single charge, and this in my books is solid. So with everything said and done, should you buy the Realme Techlife Watch S100 for its asking price? I say why not? I mean, if you're looking for a superb budget smartwatch that looks good, is well designed and feels light on the wrist, I would say go for the Watch S100. But beyond the aesthetics as well, I think in terms of health and fitness accuracy, the Watch S100 does a fairly decent job for its asking price. Not to mention that the Realme Fit app is one of the key highlights that adds to a good overall experience, and you also get a dependable battery life on the Watch S100. So in a nutshell, for about 2,500 rupees, I think so the Watch S100 is definitely worth it. But most importantly, what are your thoughts on this watch? Definitely let me know in the comments below. And as always, for all the latest in tech, stay tuned to Mr. Phone. I'll catch you all in the very next one. Thank you for watching.